With me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's the East versus West, and the Charlotte Hornets will be looking to make a statement. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And Smitty, it's amazing since Popovich took over the Spurs, they've missed the playoffs only once. Only one time under his tenure.
Yeah, in his first season, they won only 20 games. But then the big consolation prize, they got the #1 overall pick, which became, guess who? Tim Duncan.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Marc Gasol, all out there with Michael Redd. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's McHale in at the 4 spot. Yep, that one goes.
Made shot by Derrick Rose. Reason why, his ability to drive the basketball in the teeth of the defense.
And it's the Spurs ball. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Evan?
Thank you, David.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide-open guy from the corner of his eye.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Outside, Wall. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Over Gay. A nice shot by Gasol.
Gasol looks so smooth on these jumpers. He has practiced this shot time and time again.
Outside Boozer. The pass to Gay. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Covington against Gay. Covington passes to McHale. Tries again, and the layup is good.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
Rose against Wall. Pass to O'Neal. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Skal Labissière's checked in for Boozer. Malik Beasley comes in for Rudy Gay. Jones checked in for Ray Allen. And Barea subbed in for Rose. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. Tipped away. Turner off the screen. And Shaq pulls it down.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now here's Barea. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Wall with the ball, and it's good for two. Wall's got 5 now.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Wall against Barea. Passes it to O'Neal. Good work defensively by Turner.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's San Antonio up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And take a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, you know, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Mbamute, Paul Millsap out there with Miles Turner, and it's Wall, and it's Fournier in at the 2 spot. O'Neal misses. Spurs leading by 3. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick-and-pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Evan?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Shaq. Gay comes in for Malik Beasley. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Shaw. And it's Rose in for Jones. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus All's checked in for Turner. McHale comes in for Mbamute. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Fournier. And Michael Redd has subbed in for John Wall. San Antonio leading. Gasol a screen. Redd against Rose. Millsap in the corner. Now, here is Redd. He's covered closely. Clock at 4. Over Gay. Redd's shot is right there.
And you see the coach saying, no, no, no. Then yes, yes, yes.
Rose kicks to Labissiere. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Right side, Boozer. Over McHale. Boozer, no luck.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Millsap passes to Gasol. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Gay outside. He kicks it to Rose. Labissiere, the screen. Rose gets room off the pick. Bucket is good. Rose has got 6 points.
Just a gorgeous-looking jump shot from Derrick Rose. He is very smart when to take that and when not to take it.
Rose against Redd. Pass to Gasol. It's good. Gasol's got the lead up to 3 now for San Antonio.
Terrific play call, and that's where you want to see Marc Gasol. He can use his combination of skill and size.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Spurs lead by 3. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
I was surprised.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Hornets trail by 3. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Charlotte, Hooser is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Allen. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. Outside, Wall. Gasol kicks to Covington. Back to Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Wall. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
No good from Gay. San Antonio leading by 3. 4-3, Covington. Allen with the rebound.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Rose passes to O'Neal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
Jones checked in for Charlotte. Barea comes in for Rose. Barea kicks to Boozer. On the pass to Jones. Looks for O'Neal. Gets it to him. Tries again. And easy 2 points on the layup. O'Neal's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block. Simply overpowers the opposition.
Fournier passes to Wall. Over Barea. Wall, no luck. Hornets trail by 3. And stolen by Fournier. Covington against Gay. Covington dishes to Mba Amute. Poked away. Stolen by O'Neal.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
Barea kicks to Gay. Elbow shot. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Screen by Baamute. And it's good off the back rim and in. 9 points for John Wall.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Barea against Wall. Barea with it. 1 second left. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Spurs up by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. San Antonio calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And let's get up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you, we'll win this game. Back to you.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Wall. Kevin McHale out there with Robert Covington, and it's Michael Redd, and it's Gasol at the 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Wall passes to Redd. For 3, Covington hands it from downtown. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. And so here's Charlotte. Shaq dishing to Boozer. Allen passes to O'Neal. Over Gasol.
Marc Gasol working so hard on defense, making sure he gets himself in the airspace of shooters.
That kicks the Wall. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Well, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And the Hornets making a change here. Gay's checked in. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Redd misses. Charlotte trailing. Here's Shaq. Off pass to Gay. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Flying high. Gay at one time had a 40-inch vertical.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover habit, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Michael Redd on the wing. Back to Wall. Gasol a screen. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Hornets have gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass.
And we all know Allen is used to these pressure situations. When they need a basket, his team feels comfortable getting him the ball.
Rose against Wall. Head pass it to Gasol. Outside, Wall. Gasol setting the pick for Wall. It's good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. To see.
Charlotte calls timeout. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
52 seconds left in the fourth. It's tipped. Allen kicks to Rose. Back to Allen. Pass to O'Neal. Money! And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot. Now you need every basket you can get.
That's the only way they're going to come back, and even that might not do it.
Here's Wall. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And the Hornets call time here. Seconds left in the game. And oh, here we go. Wall, nobody back. Count it!
And they do have a foul to give.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wall against Rose. Shaq is screen on Wall. Rose kicks to Allen. From deep. Bullseye!
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having